All right, Coach. Been a couple weeks since we talked to you. Was up in Lubbock, won the first game, and then the Chaps walked you off 3 times, and then came back to Wayland Baptist, um, beat them twice, and then had a bye week this past weekend. So just talk about what the past couple of weeks have been like for you and your team.
Well, the Lubbock series obviously started off, really, we won by 10 on Friday, but that game we were up 9-2 in the third, and then it became a 9-9 game. And then the sun went down and the wind stopped, and they didn't get another hit. And then, we played 3 games in the day, and then, as you said, got walked off 3 times. So that can be really a devastating thing for a team. And, we'll see. The results are still out. I think it's one of those things it's going to make us stronger, Again, Caleb being out, John Stacy being out, those are a lot of innings on a weekend that we're having to try to fill. And we didn't do a very good job up in Lubbock. But, confident going forward that we'll be able to do that. And, hopefully get those guys back. Until they're back, you never know. We've had so much success in Lubbock. I don't think we'd lost a regular season game there in like 5-6 years. And so to see us struggle like that to be able to finish the games is disheartening. However, like I say, we have Caleb, we sweep. And so it's a fine line, and we got to be able. I thought offensively we needed to, even though it's tough to complain about the offense, but if we got to score 20, we need to score 20. And we had some opportunities to play that we left some runs on the board, and so we got to get better at that. But then responded well on Tuesday with a good Wayland Baptist team. Won both those. Again, the offense was really good, pitching wise. Not getting what we want out of enough. I thought Luke Olson was outstanding that day. That was good to see. And so just need some other guys to sort of step up here in the next 2 weeks. And then as you said, it's our bye week, and so I did something I've never done, but we gave them off 4 days in a row, and felt like our guys were a little tired. We needed, as a coaching staff, to go hit the road recruiting, so allowed us to go do that, allowed them to get a little break, came back last night, inter-squatted, and, thought real high energy, thought our guys were refreshed, and threw the ball well, hit the ball well. I mean, we did everything well. We got the flu going through the team, so we had to have some pitchers catch, but maybe they'll get healed up by the weekend. But those are just things that you deal with in any regular season. Last year we're missing, Austin Beck for a whole year, Cam Kelton for a ton of the year, Braxton Pearson. So it's things that you've got to find ways to get through, sort of keep your head above water. And, if those guys are back, if not, great opportunities for other guys to step up. And so I think just sort of on the mental toughness end, it helps create that. And those losses, like we said, against Lubbock Christian, they either kill you or they make you stronger. And we don't know the result of that yet, but I feel like it's going to make us a better team at the end. And that's really all we care about. And, I mean, we're sitting in first place, so we're pretty pleased with where we're at. Got a big one this weekend.
So bouncing off that first part of the question, coming off that turbulent series versus Lubbock Christian, you had such short rest between the end of that series and an unusual Tuesday series versus Wayland Baptist.
Right.
You win both of those. How are you able to come back on such short rest, and what does that say about your team's ability to quickly respond?
Well, again, that's what baseball should be. Again, the NCAA and their infinite wisdoms decide we play too much. But, baseball is something you do every day. And you generally, you play about every day. And so that this generation doesn't have as much experience with that as say, my generation does. But, again, I think that's what separates, baseball players from everybody else in the workforce and everything. they've been trained from a young age that their job is to go out and do their job. And whether you're sick, whether you feel good, whether the weather's good, you go out and you go show up to work and you go play and you go do it as the best of your ability. And so I was really pleased with the way we responded. And again, I get so tired. I see lots of coaches use the word, it's a grind. My gosh, if this is a grind, this is fun. This is enjoyable. This is a passion. So if it's a grind, you probably need to find something else to do.
Coach, coming up, you, of course, look at the rest of the season now that you've had your bye week behind you. Starting off with the International this week, and we'll get to that in a second. Then, of course, down the line, you do have your bit more of a tense bit of the schedule. We have WT St. Edwards going over there. But firstly, going back to the early part, International, this weekend back at home, what do you expect from that matchup?
Well, I don't know. I do, generally coming off a bye week, it doesn't matter who you are. I expect us to be a little rusty offensively, first 3, 4, 5 innings. Then I think we'll get back in the swing of things and we'll be good. So we just need to go out, pitch, play good defense, keep us in the game then, and then go do our thing. Every game right now is really important. So, we want to win every one. And then you talk about the second half of the season. Our season really sort of broke down pretty even. We have Tyler and Lubbock in the first half. And then you've got St. Ed's, Kingsville, and West Texas in the second half, and not to mention, International, Eastern. Every team's good, but perennial powers, they sort of divide out. And the good thing is we finally get one at home. Our season is everybody on the road. And so, excited to try to get back in things. And, the bye weekends are great because you don't lose. And you sit around and watch everybody else lose and gain ground. And so that was good.
And then, of course, you just mentioned your comment earlier about how you really can't say anything bad about your offense, including leading the nation, at least in scoring, up there in walks, doubles, and a bunch of other great offensive categories. How do you feel about your offense through your first half of the season?
It's good. I still think there's room for improvement. I'm really pleased. Strikeout numbers are down. They're good. Our hit-by-pitch number, our on-base percentage is unbelievable. Batting average, we're over halfway through, and we're almost hitting 400 as a team. We're doing a lot better job of two-out hitting. We're doing a lot better job of scoring runs with 2 outs, and we're getting those runners in, which we weren't doing at a high enough clip, I thought, early. So excited to see where the offense is going and hopefully continue to swing the bats.
And then my last question for you. You already mentioned earlier that in the doubleheader you were impressed by Luke Olson. Was there anybody else that you've seen maybe step up on the pitching side with having Johnny Stacy and Caleb Yurts down?
Well, I think we've seen all of them do it at times. And so we just got to be more consistent. I think we have to use those guys a little differently maybe than we'd like to traditionally, and just sort of short stints and get them in, do a great job, get them out, and the next guy will be ready. Again, you got to have more guys on, which, sometimes maybe that's the thing. But if everybody can just go out and do their job and go get us 3 outs, I think we'll be in good shape.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. All right.